What's cracking, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. New video. Today I'm putting out a video late. I got caught up doing a few things. But then I got a notification about a comment. From the comment section, YouTube, right? And it intrigued me. And so I spent a little bit of time looking around and, hopefully, I'm sure other people, once you see this video, there's going to be other people that are going to look around as well. It's not that it's important really, but let me start with this. So the other day, I did a video on George Lopez and Ralph Barbosa, the way that George Lopez handled when another comedian, a guest on his show, mentioned Ralph Barbosa's name. The way that George shut that conversation down, it threw a lot of people off. It turned a lot of people off, and it made it seem as though George was hating. Okay, so I made a video on it. It did good numbers, and a lot of people have done good numbers on that because it's a hot topic, right? Then my very next video was after having conversations with people. Is George Lopez really hating? Is that what his intentions were, right? That did good numbers. Again, it's a hot topic, right? I've seen on TikTok things related to this. I've seen on YouTube things related to this. And the consensus is that the people are very disappointed in George Lopez. People feel as though basically we're supporting Ralph Barbosa. He's the new Raza comedian who's going to take over this and this and that, and he's got a wave of momentum behind him, right? And then back to what I said in the original portion of this video. A comment was, somebody made a comment, right? And that someone was Pancho Villa. His handle was Pancho Villa and his YouTube handle, right? And I want to read his email or his comment, right? Because I get them in the emails. And it says, Ralph Barbosa is not Raza, in all caps, is not Raza. And big thumbs up for George Lopez for not promoting imposters, joking about our Mexican communities while not being from our hoods. So let me break that down first. I don't know. First thing I'm going to talk about is, I'm going to ask a question. How is Ralph Barbosa making fun of our communities? That's my first question. I've seen some of his comedy and it was more personal than ethnic, we'll say, right? So there's that. So again, that's what he says. Ralph Barbosa is not Raza, and big thumbs up for George Lopez for not promoting imposters, joking about our Mexican communities while not being from our hoods. So my question back to him was, if he is not Raza, how is his last name Barbosa, right? And to me, I used to be of the mind that the label Raza was only for Mexicans. I'm no longer of that term because I don't like all the different Latino, Hispanic, Central American, Mexican American. For me, Raza encompasses everybody. All the Spanish-speaking peoples of the Americas should all fit under that label. So that's where I'm going from when I say, if he is not Raza, how is his last name Barbosa? Could be he's not Mexican. Doesn't matter. He's Raza, right? That's where I'm thinking when I'm reading this, when I'm stating this. Pancho Villa responds and he says, Dubs, he classifies himself as mixed and American. He is not Raza and looks nothing Raza. He looks like a Hindu And he is hiding his parents from the people because he is trying to ride the brown wave. And he is not Raza and does not give a fuck about the Raza, only the money. George Lopez is a real one, true Mexicano comedian that lived it and has the right to joke about it. So let me break a little bit of this down before I go further. So it says that he is not Raza and looks nothing Raza. I don't believe that. I don't agree with that. Excuse me. I don't agree with that. The first time I saw him, I thought he was a Mexicano. I thought he was Raza. I didn't look at him and say he's not. So that's just my eyes when I saw him. I saw what I thought was Raza, okay? He looks like a Hindu. He doesn't look like a Hindu. He just has big eyes. You know, I don't know. He is hiding his parents from the people because he's trying to ride the brown wave. I think it's important for people that get into even social media, but media period, where, you know, or they get into the art, whether it's a singer, a rapper, a comedian, an actor, whatever it is. That's their profession, and they choose the limelight. Their families don't. So I don't think that it should be where, you know, we know all the details about their family and all that. That's not what it's about. They didn't choose that. Ralph Barbosa did, right? And as far as George Lopez being a real one and a Mexicano comedian that lived it and has the right to joke about it, again, it just came off as kind of like spiteful. Like, why are you bringing that dude's name up, right? Now, with all that said, when I saw this, I was like, man, let me just search this. Let me just look all this up and let me respond to him, give him a link so Pancho Villa could see, like, no. And I'm going to tell you guys, I Googled it, and it does say that he's mixed. It does say that he's American. His ethnicity is American. But he's been on all the Latino, well, I don't know all, but he's been on Latino tours. He's done Latino. He's identified as a Latino. I don't like that word, but I'm just saying that's what he's identified as. But it does say his ethnicity is American or mixed. Now, mixed, I don't have a problem with. I don't really have a problem with American, but I just know that pretty much every Mexicano that I know, pretty much every Raza I know, regardless of what country their lineage is coming from, we're pretty damn proud of what we are. Most Mexican Americans are going to say, I'm Mexican. If somebody asks me, are you Puerto Rican? I'm like, no, I'm not. I'm Mexican. A Puerto Rican is not going to want to be called Mexican or Salvadorian. Every one of those countries is the same. They take pride in where they come from. And so it was different to see that and be like, damn, like nowhere does it say Mexican. I looked in several places. I went through Instagram. I went through Facebook. I went through Google searches, and it said American and mixed, right? And I wasn't looking, that's not my thing to look into the family, but one of the articles popped up and it said that his parents and grandparents are unknown to that person, right? Somebody made, I don't think anybody should be looking into it, but it's just a trip where, and thank you, Pancho Villa, for actually intriguing me with this today. But then it made me just think to myself and wonder, and I have to ask myself, because as a content creator, I don't want to be misleading, right? And so I was like, damn, imagine. I'm not saying this is true at all, but just imagine if we were all mistaken. If Ralph Barbosa is a stage name and not his actual name. Or at least the last name. What if that's not his real name? What if it's a stage name? What if he's not Raza? It doesn't take away his talent. It doesn't take anything from him other than the fact that all the Raza is behind him right now and against George Lopez, because they view it as an older head from the Raza community shutting down a younger head from the Raza community. That's where we're at right now, right? I know that it's let's say that Pancho Villa's correct and Ralph Barbosa is actually Hindu, right? The Raza wouldn't be mad at George Lopez. Keeping it real, they wouldn't be mad. So this thing is gonna play out however it plays out. But I just wanted to me, it was very intriguing. And I know there's gonna be people that are gonna be like, wow, they're gonna look it up. And no matter what, Ralph Barbosa is a very successful entertainer and comedian. He's going to go far. This wave that he's on is huge right now. I hope for his sake that he does have some Raza in him, because if he doesn't, the Raza is gonna be hot. Like, how did you make us believe that? He didn't actually make anybody believe anything, I don't think. If he's not identifying himself as any kind of Raza, he's just going to these comedy things that happen to be Latino. I don't think there's anything wrong with it, but time will tell and the Raza will speak. So that's my video, man. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Hopefully you found it as interesting as I did. With that, everybody, please be safe, be smart, and tell the ones you love that you love them, right? I'm out.